Alright YouTube, what's going on? It's Mesa back at it with some Destiny 2. Alright guys, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about in this video. We're going to clarify and kind of recap some stuff from the reveal stream, the first reveal stream. Remember, we're going to get two more folks. They're not going to talk about endgame in the initial stream. I wouldn't think they would. And we're also going to clarify some stuff reported from PCGamer.com, as well as some clarifications from Deej regarding the new Raid Lairs, some stuff on some new exotics, weapons, all sorts of stuff. Gameplay in the background is from True Vanguard. He and I both were flown out by Activision to Bungie Studios to get hands-on time with Curse of Osiris. I posted my gameplay and my initial reviews in a video that will be linked at the end. But make sure you subscribe if you haven't, because over the next 2 weeks after each Bungie live stream, I've got a ton of new content and stuff to show you guys because the embargoes will lift. I was flown out, like I said earlier, to Bungie Studios and got to play a bunch of stuff. And people are like, why are you so excited about Curse of Osiris? Well, I know a lot of stuff, and I'm going to show you a lot of stuff over the next 2 weeks. The stream we had yesterday, guys, was just basically a basic reveal stream of what the story's about. They're going to get into a lot more stuff that I can't talk about just yet, but safe to say, I'm excited about this DLC from all the stuff I got to do, play, see, so forth. All right, enough of my babble. Let's get into this video. So the first thing I wanted to clarify is when we saw the initial cutscene here, which pretty much to me looks like the Vault of Glass, and that's what all of us thought, but it's actually not. It's a reality made by the Vex to simulate a reality. That's why when you see Sagira's ghost, well, when you see Osiris come through the portal and you see Sagira, that's going to be Osiris's ghost, everything freezes. Now, how and why he does this, well, you'll find out December 5th. I got to play the entire campaign, but I'm not going to talk about that. But just wanted to clarify this part here that it is not the Vault of Glass. It's a reality made by the Vex to simulate reality. Now, when we see him strolling in here, the developers today, they did talk about his gloves. He's got some, well, it looks like sun bracers, but they're a little different. They kind of look like they have that Vex milk in them. But apparently he used modified Vex tech on his gear, so we don't really know too much more about that. Like, are Warlocks getting a different type of sun bracers? Because he was in his he was on his Dawn Blade in this particular cutscene, so we'll have to just find out. Could be a new exotic, who knows? Or perhaps maybe we'll get a slew of exotics for all the classes that maybe are infused with that Vex, whatever it is, whatever that Vex liquid. Now, Brother Vance is back, and this is the Lighthouse. This is my footage here, and yes, I was able to see what he has in terms of his inventory, but I can't talk about it. You guys will see, but safe to say he does have some new things we're probably going to want to get our hands on. And in the reveal stream, Deej did show off a Warlock with a full set of some new armor. There also is going to be some weapon forging. There's a part of the wall here, and I didn't know about it. They didn't tell us about it in the reveal stream. They did, but when you go to one of the walls there's a number of like nodes on it, and supposedly we're going to be forging all these weapons here. Now, whether they're going to be exotic, whether they're going to be legendary, at this point we don't know. All we know is that they said on stream there's a number of weapons that will be coming to the Lighthouse to do quests, and we'll be forging weapons from there. So I did mention before the Infinite Forest, right? It's a reality made by the Vex to simulate reality, and they've talked about it before that it's the new patrol area. That's where we're going to have just lost sectors, public events, all sorts of stuff. So they didn't really show any of it today. They just showed a snippet of them going into it from Mercury, from the Lighthouse. But what makes it so interesting is that it's going to change every time you go through it. So that's, look, no other destinations do that right now. You go into a destination, you memorize where all the lost sectors are, where the chests are, where public events are going to spawn. But they said it on stream today. Every time you go into the Infinite Forest, it's going to change. Now, they also said on stream today that you could take different trees that will take you to different timelines of Mercury. So you could look at the past, the present, the future. Now, they also said there's going to be a brand new public event that's the largest public event they've ever made. You might want to stay tuned to my channel next week, and I don't know, I'll leave it at that. Also, they said that the lost sectors on Mercury, they're not going to show up on the map until you have finished the story campaign. Now, we did see that the Heroic Strike playlist is coming back, and when I went to Bungie last week, I was very excited to see that. Hopefully, they're going to add modifiers to it. They really didn't go into any detail today on stream. I'm hoping they make it just like they did in Destiny 1. Each week, it's got a new set of modifiers. What I'm also hoping on is that they give some strike-specific loot. That was one of the things we loved. I mean, for me at least, in terms of trying to get that. You know, I must have gotten 300 Imago loops. Could never get a good one. But I really hope they bring back some strike-specific loot. But they are bringing the Heroic Strike playlist back, so they haven't talked about it, but there's got to be some sort of incentive to play that playlist rather than just playing the regular Vanguard Strike playlist. So let's get into the whole new raid content. Now, when I saw this map when I went to Bungie last week, I freaked out because no one else in the room chose to look at the Leviathan. And when I saw this, they were all like, all right, you can't record that, don't say anything. And I was surprised that they showed this to us today, but I had no idea what they were talking about. But today they told us exactly what it is. So we're getting this new thing called the Raid Lair. And they actually, well, Raid Lairs, plural. They showed, actually, Deej walked into the beginning of it, which is in the underbelly. So they said on stream today it's going to be called Leviathan Eater of Worlds, and it's going to be all new encounters, new loot, new places to explore, and it doesn't require you to complete the original raid. You can just go in here and just start getting loot. So I'm going to throw some tweets on screen here. So Deej was asked, so essentially we're getting 2 new raids within 6 months, alongside a whole new suite of PvE activities. Count me in. So Deej responds with, essentially, they are Raid Lairs, which would be new activities that offer unique encounters, puzzles, and a final boss. New loot, new ways to die a lot. It's a return to the Leviathan to confront your enemies in new spaces. Now, the recommended power is going to be for the new raid and also the old raid, Leviathan. The 300 still going to be they're going to be 300 power, and the rewards are going to be scaled up. Now, they did say on stream that there's going to be a new boss, and it's not going to be as lengthy as the original Leviathan raid. What I'm wondering, and this is just me speculating here, and guys, please chime in the comment section. Well, we didn't really kill Callus, right? We killed one of his robots. Could it be that we actually face Callus now? Could it be that the original Leviathan raid was all a test, right? The whole thing is a big test, and then maybe we're actually going to finally face him in the underbelly. Maybe that's where he's been hiding the whole time. Now, they didn't say when exactly we'll get this new raid lair. They just said shortly after the DLC drops. Remember, the power level's going up to 300, and the overall level's going up from 20 to 25, so it's really 335 once you tack on mods. They also said a new raid lair is going to be added with expansion 2. Now, this begs the question, are they not telling us something about maybe some endgame activity to do with the Vex? I'm still guessing there's going to be more, guys. I don't think that's the only thing that they're giving us in terms of an endgame. Remember, they haven't talked anything about endgame. Everyone was freaking out today in the comment section. Nothing about endgame. Today, well, not today's. Yesterday's stream was all about just introducing us to the story. We have 2 more streams. I'm sure they're going to talk about it, and there's some stuff that I obviously got to see. But back to what I was saying. So I still think there's going to be some sort of endgame activity that relates to the story and that relates to the Vex. It wouldn't make sense to just have the endgame activity be a raid lair that's on a Leviathan that I'm assuming is going to involve the Cabal, unless somehow the Vex are there, but I highly doubt it. So I really think they haven't told us anything about some sort of endgame content or endgame activity to do that relates to the story, relates to the Vex. Every DLC we've had has had some sort of raid or endgame content that relates to the story. Going back to the Leviathan doesn't. So my guess, and no, I don't have inside information on this stuff here, but my guess is going to be the adding to the Leviathan is to appease us raid folks like myself and my crew. That's all we love to do right now is raid. We raid every week still. But also, there's got to be something else for endgame content that relates to the story and relates to the Vex. What that will be, speculate in the comment section. Now, there was a really cool article from PCGamer.com. I'm going to link that in the description, and they talk about a number of things, including a new exotic. Now, I saw a number of exotics. I did get a number of exotic engrams. I got to preview a lot of stuff, but I am not talking about it. However, they do talk about this exotic grenade launcher and a few other weapons they got when they were playing Curse of Osiris. One of them was a Vanguard auto rifle that was 650 rounds per minute, and it's got a kill clip. And they actually say here, it might be nasty enough to replace my Uriel's gift, especially in PvE.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
Yeah, Bill Lumberg was right on that one. That thing, yeah, it's got kill clip on it, 650 rounds per minute, more than a Scathe lock, but that thing bucked like a Bronco. So, no, I didn't like that weapon at all. It's not replacing my Uriel's gift. They also talked about, I'm just going to read this verbatim, those weathered-looking guns are destination weapons. See images below. I'm going to throw some screenshots that Activision sent me on screen, which will be earned from sub-quests after the Curse of Osiris campaign has been completed. They're absolutely gorgeous and perfectly capture the Lost in Time vibe. Now, they also got their hands on this grenade launcher. This is an exotic Vice grenade launcher called the Colony. So, PC Gamer says it uses insectoid robot grenades, which scurry around looking for a target if you miss your initial shot. They also said the reload animation even has a frame of hesitation in it, which is either because the clip is magnetic or your guardian is unsure about handling living grenades. Either way, it was pretty sweet. Now, this does sound really cool because, I mean, if we think about the Prospector, right? I like using the thing, but but the perks are kind of self-defeating. I feel like this thing it's almost like having tracking, right? If you miss your shots, those little insectoid grenades are gonna go find their targets. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Keep it locked in here. We're gonna get a This Week at Bungie later on. Hopefully we'll get some clarifications, maybe some more information out of that, and I will do a video on that, of course. So that's it, guys. Do me a favor, drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on the Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream, usually and always on YouTube, and that's it. I'm out of here like Vladimir.